What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to A Therapeutic Edge. This is my third try at this particular video. We've had a series of outside noises and really weird interruptions, so I'm just going to get through this. I hope. On the table in front of us today is a very familiar, at least to many of you, SRM Land knife, except it isn't. What you're thinking of is this one. This is the SRM Land, or Sanrenmu Land 912. This is a really well-known and really good budget pocket knife. This is 12C27. It is stainless steel scales. It has really excellent features. It's milled out on the inside to save weight, although it is still almost 6 ounces. It's got nice jimping right here on the lock bar, and the action is just really good on these. This is a great knife. I actually recommend these to people who aren't really knife people as an excellent go-to everyday carry budget option. This is, again, really good. Okay, well then, so what is this? Well, this is the 910 T2, and, well, it's new. This is titanium and M390 running on ceramic bearings. This brought to the next level, and they really have. It is beautiful. It is light. There are no flaws. The fit and finish on this out of the box are perfect, and out of the box, it is so smooth. The ceramic bearings in this are just amazing. I haven't taken this apart. I haven't cleaned it. Excuse me. I haven't done anything to it except carry it and be amazed. It is 3.9 ounces. Much like its budget cousin, or brother here, the titanium is milled on the inside for weight reduction. There are a couple of small differences. On the 912, on the budget version, the pocket clip, which of course is stamped steel, is ambidextrous. There is a spot for it back here. That is not the case on the 910 T2. The other most notable difference that I can see is, well, there are a couple. Let's get to them. First, because this is a stainless steel scale, there is no stainless steel insert, and so it's just right up against the blade, which is really nice, and it's got this jimping over here. They did not do that on this side, but this does have a hardened steel insert that runs up against the M390 blade, which is really a nice touch. And finally, the lanyard hole. Now, on the older model, the original, this is a lanyard tube that actually runs through the back of the blade, back of the handle. And as you can see, it's nice and blue, and it's a hole that runs right through the knife. Let's see if we can get that out of here. There we go. On the new one, on the 910 T2, this is a solid piece, and the hole is actually right through it. Is that going to show up on camera? I think so. So you put the lanyard this way and then run it through the back of between the scales and run it out. I think it's a neat touch. The jimping is a little different. On the 12C27 blade, it's actually a little more widely spaced and a little sharper. On the M390 blade, it's a little narrower. The cuts are a little narrower, but man, it still gives you a ton of grip. They are dimensionally exactly the same. They are the same size. They are the same width. They fill the same spot in the pocket, but this one is really, really good. Let's do a size comparison with an old friend. As you can see, it's... Oh, no, sorry. As you can see, it is smaller than our old friend, the Rat Model 1. Although, if you line them up, you will see that you actually get almost the same amount of cutting surface. You do get a little more cutting edge on the Rat Model 1, but mostly what you get on the Rat Model 1 is a ton more handle. As I said, this is less than an 8-inch knife, and but hey, look at that. It fits my big old meat hooks perfectly. I love this thing. I really do. This is $135. Now, for somebody who's looking for a budget-friendly knife, and again, this one's about 25 bucks, that's a fair amount of money. But for those of us that collect pocket knives and are into, well, more expensive materials, $135 for titanium, ceramic bearings, and M390 is not a lot of money. And in fact, I would say that this is one of the best deals going for these materials right now. Now, have I HRC tested this steel? No, I have not. Do I know where it's going to land? I don't. But I don't care. And what I mean by that is this. Unless it is really badly done, and eventually somebody, LTK or one of those guys, is going to test one of these, and then we'll know. But because my hard use is cutting open packages, maybe some string, certainly some food prep, it's never going to be an issue for me one way or another. Unless they've done a completely terrible job. And I got to tell you, my experience with SRM as a company is that they don't do a terrible job. So I believe that this knife is going to be the same quality as this knife, only ramped up, basically turned up to 11, as it were. If you're looking for an excellent pocket knife, something that rides the pocket exceptionally well, that is comfortable in hand, that is made of premium materials, and that is beautiful to look at, the SRM Land 910 T2 is just a great choice. It has a simple, elegant, and useful blade, lots of flat for push cuts, nice belly, reasonably thin but also durable tip. It has thumb stud action that is, well, second to none. It's so good. I love this thing. I'm glad that I got in on it. It is everything that I love about this knife, just better. And I think that's really where I'm going to end this. If you like this knife, if you've experienced this knife, but you're a collector of higher-end knives, go to AliExpress and pick one of those up. I don't think you will regret it. I know I don't. I am super happy to have this thing in the collection. I think it's beautiful. Again, I know this particular pattern is very reminiscent of another knife company, one that uses similar materials, titanium, and, well, they tend to use S35VN. But I've held those too, and I can tell you that I don't have one of those, but I do have one of these. And that's all I'm going to say about that. On that note, we're going to go ahead and wrap up. If you have any questions about this knife, or even this knife, or any of the knives that you've seen on my channel, feel free to ask down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, or anything really. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I'd love to have you on the channel on a regular basis. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much. Don't forget to like the video on your way out. We'll see you next time.